For stuff you'd like to see on my Patreon in general, please let me know. The next tier is Clay Love, appreciation for you, and everything that you get from the first tier.
Okay, so it's the 8th of February. It is 6:39 p.m. and I've had this book since well before the 1st of January. It's Living the Artist Way. It's an insanely popular book. And I saw it in this cute little bookstore that we went to in San Francisco. But I have not started it. Okay, so listen. Friday, which is what, the 6th? If today's the 8th and it's a Saturday, it was the 7th. I cracked it open, read through the first page. That's why there's this scene here already. I don't even think I read the whole first page because I was at work. And it just felt kind of weird to read that in front of people that I work with because I feel like this is a really intimate part of my life, and that may be dramatic or whatever, but that's how I feel. So I didn't read it, but it's a 6-week course, Experiencing the Artist Way. That's what the headline says in this yellow highlighted area. But all of the artists that I love on YouTube that I can recall have all read this book, and they all talk about how good it was. And I know I keep referencing Doechii, but I love her energy. She read this damn book on her YouTube page too, so I was like, dude, why would I not? There's no reason not to. And 6 weeks isn't a long time, so what I'm thinking is I'll do a weekly update at the end of every week that I finish. So I guess every update will come out on Sunday, because I started this on Saturday. So 6 weeks. Pretty big commitment, but I've committed to doing art every day. I've committed to reading every day and working out 4 times a week. So this shouldn't be a hard thing to add on to it, and it can count as my reading for the day. So kind of 2-for-1 special. But I'm excited to get into it. I'm strangely nervous, but I'm going to read through, I guess, the first chapter that's on here, and then I'll come back and let you know how I feel about it. I think I'm going to take notes on it in my iPad as well. Just see how I feel about it. I'm going to put on some little music. Me and my mom use an app called Brainwave, or Brain FM. If you struggle to sleep or focus or need to meditate or relax, this app. It is a subscription-based app, but I think it's awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to put it in the learning section or light work section of the focus area and start reading. And I guess I'll see you after. Okay, I'm on page 6. I did not know this book was about God or spirituality. I'm assuming this is specifically about God and not spirituality. Because of this sentence, you should tell them that everyone has a direct dial to God. So, this is kind of just a warning to anybody that doesn't believe in God or is kind of sensitive towards that topic. You may want to skip the introductory portion, because, yeah, this is the introduction. You may want to skip that part, but then I see something a little bit further down, I haven't read it yet, with woo-woo in quotations. So maybe it's not God, it's spiritual. If you've read The Creative Act, they kind of reference the universe, spirituality, stuff like that in it as well. So maybe it's a similar premise, but so far, That's been the only thing that's been like, okay, didn't know that. But yeah, okay, back to it. Also, I'm a little sleepy, so I think I will be taking like short breaks from this. Like I'll read a couple pages to watch a video, read a couple pages, watch a video, because I'm getting a little tired. I can't lie to you. So I'll talk to y'all again when I'm done with the introduction completely. Okay, bye. Okay, I pretty much immediately take that back. I'm gonna read you a short excerpt, whatever. Perhaps I have a lingering fear of being too woo-woo. And what exactly do I mean by that? I have a fear of having departed from our acceptable, rational path. Guidance, after all, lays out a spiritual path, an intuitive path, one that takes us to believe in what we cannot rationally know. Is it any wonder we feel fear lest we be judged a little too touched or a little crazy? So never mind. Don't think this is on like the Christian path of things. So yeah. Bye. Okay, so it's now 7:22 p.m. I've taken a break from that. I'm gonna watch from Tree to Sea. I love her videos. I think she's beautiful. But I made some ramen. So I use this brand of miso soup and then this brand of ramen. I think it's Shin Black. Best fucking ramen. I also love the kimchi ramen, but I haven't bought kimchi in a while. And I haven't seen the kimchi ramen packets. But in here, I have both of those and all the packets that come with the ramen. Bok choy, ponzu, sesame seed oil, soy sauce, and like a little bit of gochujang. And then in here, I just have broccoli. I made it a while, I think like 3 or 4 days ago. All it is, my mouth is literally watering. I'm so hungry. Salt, pepper, butter to cook it. And then I steam it first, and then I sear it really good because I like my broccoli a little burnt. And then I put a little bit of soy sauce on it before I put it in the microwave. So I'm about to bust this shit down. And I couldn't find my ramen spoon, so I'm using a measuring spoon. And you know what? I'm gonna wash it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm about to bust this food down because, girl, I am hungry. I'm hungry as fuck. So. Okay.
I never really know what I'm going to do until I get there. I think we're going to have a little bit of in-between time, so maybe I'll show you my Insta pics in the car after. So I'm going to set an alarm for like 20 minutes before.
I forgot, I put a shit ton of minced garlic in here too, and I can definitely taste it. But it tastes great, so not upset about it. This is the second time this week I've had ramen, so.
I have to go. I just figured today that I wasn't going to have enough time to go home in between my firing, nail appointment, and then like just the stuff I have to get done. So I figured I'd maximize my day by just staying at the studio all day. So we have like 3.5 hours, which should be plenty of.
Good morning, loves. It's the 9th of February, 10:30 a.m. I'm reading The Artist's Way. I'm on page 20. I'm not gonna lie, this book is starting really slow. I don't know what I anticipated from it, but I've heard such like amazing reviews about it that I'm trying to push through. But it's just a lot of repeating things, like legitimately just like the same thing being said over and over again. And I'm sure it's just to like really drill it in your head, but like, whoa, I'm a little bit over it. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna get through this book. It's not a try. I'm gonna get through it because I've heard so many like positive things about it. But everything's not for everybody, and this book may just not be for me. And honestly, I think it may be better if I had like an auditory cue to it too. So I may look up and see if there's like an audiobook version and listen to it, and maybe that'll make it a little bit better. But I'm not really enjoying it so far. So Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the audiobook.
Is simply the act of moving the hand across the page. They don't have to sound smart. Sometimes they do. A lot of times they sound...
That's worse. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is just do like 5 pages at a time and take breaks. I'm washing clothes too. I do want to do some art this morning. I am gonna start the practice. So every morning, it's supposed to be as soon as you wake up, but that's not realistic. One, because like the time that I have to wake up, and like what I have to do pretty much as soon as I wake up, because I have to wake up every morning around like 5. So I'm not waking up at 4:30 to do this, to then be tired for the rest of the day. That's just insane. So at whatever point throughout the day, I'll do my 2.5 pages, I think is what it was, or 3 pages of writing, and search for guidance, and keep it that simple, and then do 5 pages every day. 5, 2, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so maybe more than 5 pages. But I'm gonna probably be moving a little bit slower through this book than I thought I was going to. Because like I said, I'm struggling to get through this. And maybe that's like the brain rot of like listening to the ACOTAR series and not having to actually like read the words. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of difficult. But yeah. You know what I just thought about? So in college, I think it was my sophomore year, I had an English teacher, and every day that we come into class, she'd have us write, I think for 15 minutes, and we could write about whatever we wanted. I don't think there was ever a topic to it. It was literally just write. And often she would just go around the class and pick on random people and then ask them if they could read. And she asked me if I could read a lot. And I was extremely shy, and I've always been really stressed out reading in front of people just because like I don't think I'm good at it, and I stutter and I just get nervous, and then I talk way too fast, and I don't abide by like how you should speak based on grammar. Like if there's a comma, you kind of pause. If there's a period, you definitely pause and take a break. But growing up, I've always been so like scared of reading in public that I just read as fast as physically possible. And I didn't really feel like I had to do that in that class. And that's reminding me of this, because I'm like, well, did she have us write every morning to get our thoughts out, or to prime us for the class, or because she had read this book? Because she was also like a yoga teacher, so I feel like it could have had something to do with this. I don't know. I could definitely be wrong, but... Okay. So I'm going to stop on page 24 and do my first set of morning pages. I'm doing it on my iPad, so I mean it's not like the proper size probably, but I do have a question that I want to ask. So the way that the morning pages are set up is it's like a question answer base. So you yourself ask the universe or God or whoever you believe in, you ask them a question. So my question this morning is going to be, why do I feel like, hold on, let me actually think. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase a question. I think today I should start off really simple. Like, why is art so important to me? And I'm actually going to add this habit to my habit tracker and say that I'm starting it on the 9th so that I don't feel bad about not doing all of the previous pages. But okay. One of my quests for this month also is to finally learn how to spell February. I don't know what it is about this word, but I still can't spell it. I'm born in February, So there's no reason for me not to be able to spell this word. It's actually really insane. So that's going to be one of my goals this month. And I've gotten away with it by just shortening it to Feb my entire life. And that's really not great. So my question is, why is art so important to me? And I guess we'll see what comes up. Okay, so though the first couple pages of the book are kind of hard to get through, I love the morning pages idea. I asked my question. I didn't do 3 pages, or the 2.5 pages that is required, but I did do about a page, like half of a page, and I feel like I got so much more information and insight into myself that I didn't realize that I needed, because I just never really asked myself this question. And I really like the answer, and it didn't feel like I was consciously thinking about it at all. It was just like happening and coming to me, and that's what she writes about. She writes about it either being a higher being talking to you, or one of her friends referenced it as like angels, or it's just you. It's a part of you that you aren't really tapped into, that has like a level of wisdom that you may not consciously realize that you have. And being able to tap into this, my period's also about to come on, but like I kind of feel like I'm about to start crying, because it's like, damn, I didn't know these were all the reasons why art is so important to me. And some of it is like just feeling like I've never really fit in anywhere, and then some of it's like the need for control and being able to make cute things and it not matter, but it makes me happy because it's cute, but also having the desire to make things that mean something to me and that will convey emotions that I don't feel like I can verbally say. And there's a lot more in here that it says you should never share your pages, so I'm not going to go into like deep detail, but those are some of the key points that came up that I did not know was there. Just like the feeling of not being good enough, because I always wanted to be an artist when I was little. Like I saw the other girls and like boys drawing in class, and I always thought it was so cool, but I never thought I was good enough or I would be able to do it. And like now doing it as an adult, like for my little kid version of myself, is like, it's just really nice. So morning pages are the truth. Yeah, so I guess that's day 1. Day 1 is the 9th of February. I'm very excited to see where the rest of this week goes. Yeah, dude, that was a lot. Like, I almost just started crying just then. So, yeah, I guess I'll check in tomorrow. Bye, beautiful babies. Hello, loves. It is day 3 of doing daily pages. I'm on, I believe, page 36 of 46. I may be wrong. Of the week 1 portion. It's getting a lot more digestible. I'm getting used to her writing style, so it's not bothering me nearly as much anymore. I think I also just wasn't in the best mood when I started reading the book. But I do feel like there's a lot more practical uses now. Like one of the things that she mentioned that I'm going to be taking, maybe not every day, but just like every once in a while, is at the end of the day, write down all the things that you did accomplish instead of focusing on the things that you did not accomplish. 1 second. I just got a work call and completely forgot what I was talking about. It's 5:25. It was a good work call though. So I interviewed for a position and I got the job. And it's a position that I really, really want because it's like photography and videography and stuff like that. And I'll still have to do admin and all that, like things that come with the type of person that I am in my job. I don't know how to explain that in a better way. Anyway, so I'm very excited. And this painting is literally about how I felt about this job, where it really felt like I was meant to get it, and I really had a great feeling about it the entire time. But that little bit of fear and just like insecurity creeped in from the back, being like, I don't know, you may not get it. Don't get your hopes up too high, because if you don't get it, then what? Now you're going to be heartbroken. You already did this before, whatever. But I got the job, so I'm so excited. Yeah. Anyway, so what I was saying is, instead of being scared or being upset about the things that I don't accomplish, start getting excited about the things that I actually do accomplish. That's one of the things that she brought up. And I will say I think the pages are very helpful, because I've started asking myself questions that I'd never thought to ask myself, I guess. I just never thought about the questions that I asked myself. I don't know. The one that I did today is, why do I need validation from other people? Or why does it hurt my feelings when other people don't feel the same way about things that I care about? That type of stuff. Why do I need that? Why do I feed off of that? Why does that bother me so much? And that was my topic today. But yesterday I signed up for an art class. So the art class is by, I'm going to spell her name out, Alai, and then her last name is Ganuza, Alia Ganuza. I can barely spell out, or not spell out, girl, I can't even talk. You know what I'm trying to say. I can barely sound out, there it is. I can barely sound out English things, and I know she's Italian, and I just really don't want to fuck her name up, but that's how you spell it. But this class is going over color theory, and it's called Bases and Secrets of Color Theory. If there's one thing I'll say about my art, is that it's centralized around color. I love bright colors. I love having 1,000 different colors on one thing, but wanting the eye and your brain to still be able to tell exactly what I'm trying to portray. I don't want it to be so abstract that you're like, what the fuck is this? I want you to clearly still know what's going on. For example, this blue is the sky. This will be an orchid. This will be a person. This will be mist. The mist will symbolize doubt and fear and everything. But this is a sky. When you look at it, do you see sky? Maybe not yet, but you will. Okay? And that's the point that I'm making. But one of the things that I've said for the longest is that I struggle with color theory and highlights and shadows. And this class is going to help me with that. And that's something that I really feel like I would massively benefit from. And I'm just very proud of myself for signing up for the class and committing to it, because I want to get better at my art. So why was I not doing this stuff before? I've taken one art class since elementary school, and that was in 2023, ceramics. That's the only art class that I've taken since elementary school. So I'm proud of myself. This is a really big thing for me. And it wasn't cheap, so I'm gonna stick to it. It's $84 for 4 months, or I think it was $250 if you buy it all at once, but I'm really excited. So I'm about to start and go through the introductionary period, and then I guess I'll talk to y'all after that, and if not today, then I'll definitely see you tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm really excited, and I'm happy that I get to share this with you. So if you're somebody that's in a similar situation where you really care about art and you really want to get better, but you're kind of just in your own way, get the fuck out of your way, because it's not helping you. The only thing that's stopping you from continuing or succeeding or excelling is you. Because you can't even say money's an excuse. This thing costs money. There are free classes on YouTube. I could have easily just looked at some damn videos on YouTube. So that's not an excuse, so don't use it. Okay? I believe in you. Do some art today. Drink some water. Eat some good food. Get off social media for a little bit. I know that's kind of counterintuitive because you're watching YouTube right now, but leave all that negative shit alone for a little while. At least give yourself 2 hours of detox. just for you to be stress-free, read a book, draw, color, do something that makes you happy. So yeah, I'll see y'all at some point. Mwah. Bye. Also, I don't know if like you can see how dry my lips are, girl. I don't know what the hell going on, but these bitches are trying to fall off. Okay, so update on the class. I finished Module 1, which is just all the introductory stuff. I'm going to start Module 2 tomorrow just because, like, 1, I'm tired. 2, I want to do something fun. 3, like, I was very productive today. I got so much work done. I swear to God, whenever I work from home, I am the most productive person that you have ever met in your life. I did 2 days worth of work in 1 day. You know why? Because I was here and I had no other distractions. And don't pay attention to this. I see you looking at it. Don't look at it. It's not important right now. But I'm so productive when I work at home. So, like, when I am finally done with the job that I'm doing now, I need a work from home job and YouTube would be great. You know, easy, I'll slip that in there. Anyway, so like I said, I finished Module 1. I'll do Module 2 tomorrow, and that's like the actual class starting. But I'm starting the sketchbook today. I love it. I put these stickers on here in the last video, and I think they're so cute. If you're interested in any of them, let me know, and I'll put the, like, artist. This is from Alchemy, which is like the sweatsuit brand that I got. So I think you can only get this if you buy the clothes. But this is Lee Ellickson. I don't remember her name. And this is a Little Star Nerd. But if you want these things, they're from the same people, and her art is gorgeous. This black painting over me right here, her art's so pretty. I just, like, genuinely can't remember her name. So if you want it, let me know. I also have one of her stickers right here. Like, her stuff's phenomenal. And it's really well priced. Like, that wasn't extremely expensive. And, like, I have never seen any art that's black as that black. I don't know how she did it, but she fucking kills it. Anyway, so starting this sketchbook today. And a new thing that I'm trying to do with all my sketchbooks is the date, time, and day and year that I started, and then like a small little blurb about what's going on. So this one is the one that I'm most happy about because it's so sweet and wonderful. And I didn't write too much, so I'm hoping, like, as I continue to do the sketchbook, I'll remember every once in a while and just come and do like little check-ins of what's going on in life. And I think that'll be really fun and cute, especially if, like, I can just go through and count the pages and then say, I wrote this blurb around this time, when I was on this specific page. Anyway, so this will be my first page doing it, and this is an inspiration picture. I think it's pretty cute. It's a little kitty cat. And I feel like I haven't painted a cat since my last sketchbook, which was, I think I finished it in 2022. So it's been quite a while, and I'm very excited. But yeah, so I'm going to start this, and then I'm watching Carla S. It won't show me her full name. Oh, didn't even mean to do that. And I'm watching Carla Espinoza. It's her... No, stop playing! Stop playing! It's her self-care days, relaxing, cozy moments, everyday makeup routine, enjoying my own company. I don't know who she is. I don't think I've ever seen a video from her, but I went to my subscription list and she's on here. So I had to have watched something from her, whether it was like a short, YouTube shorts. Yeah, whether it was a short or an actual video, but her stuff looks pretty cute. So I think I'm gonna watch. Quinn Blackwell is easily one of the funniest people on social media, because every time she does that shit, it cracks me up. I love it so much. So whenever I do that, that's where that's coming from. It's inspired by her. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tape this page down and then do like a really basic sketch, and then I'm just going to paint. And if it comes out good, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because you know why? This is a sketchbook. Okay? And I am using my sketchbooks as sketchbooks instead of these things that need to be like perfectly curated pieces of art every single time that I like do anything in here. That part of me is gone. She's dead. Never to be seen again. She's buried 15 feet under. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, I don't think I've updated you on my book status. So I'm on A Court of Silver Flames. I don't read the books. I listen to them, so I don't know what chapter I'm on. But I'm at least, I'd say like a quarter. I think I'm at least a quarter of the way through because I'm on part 2 of the dramatized version. And I think there's only one that you can like buy. I don't know how to explain this. I really hope that some of y'all understand what I'm talking about or like you listen to the books. But Nesta is not for the faint of heart, and I feel really bad for Cassian. And sometimes I low-key be hoping that Nesta will just die so she can stop being such a fucking asshole to everybody else in that household. Which probably isn't the right thing to think. But, like, it's a character, so it doesn't matter. But she's just, like, venom. She is, if Cancer was a person, it would be a Nesta Archeron. And I stand on that 10 toes. So, anyway, I'm gonna get started, and I will see you later. Bye. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't, like, this doesn't need to be perfect because my sketchbooks aren't, I'm not trying to make everything perfect anymore or, like, complete pieces the way that I used to. But I am still going to tape out this page just because, like, borders help me out. If I don't have borders, I get really stressed out and I kind of struggle with proportions, and it's one of the things that will completely make me stop doing what I'm doing is if I can't get the proportions how I want it to be. Which, funny enough, that's actually the next class that I want to take is just like understanding how to do, like use basic, learning how to use basic shapes to create whatever you're trying to create, and then use proportions to show it the way that you want it to look. But I started sketching, and I started getting stressed out about the placement and the size and all that stuff. So I was like, hell no. I'm just going to go ahead and tape these edges out, and I'll work based off of that. Because I'm not about to stress myself out. This is fun. Okay? Okay, we aren't doing anything stressful. But I don't know what I did with my eraser, which isn't positive. I don't know what happened. I had an eraser pencil. Like, you press it down, and it's an eraser. Oh, this is good. That's, like, my favorite lip liner. But it's like a mechanical pencil, but it's an eraser. I lost that, and then I also lost my damn, like, big eraser. I don't know where these things are disappearing to. Like, am I just throwing them somewhere? Oh, found one of the two. Okay, that's positive. I'm also going to use my Winsor Newton gouache. I'm such a fan of this gouache. I'm always going to love my jelly gouache because it's, like, my first love when it comes to gouache. But the Winsor Newton gouache is really, really nice. And I want to explore it more. And that class that I'm taking is on color theory. And the way that it's looking, I'm assuming she's going to go based off of, like, the 3 fundamental colors plus white and black. And I want to start being able to, like, mix my own colors without having to have 1,000. I have my little Maya Jelly Gouache thing has 52 individual paints. I want to be able to accomplish whatever color that I want without having to do that. So, like I said, I'll start the class tomorrow, but I want to practice it some today. But I am going to start sketching out now that I can actually understand the proportions that I'm going to be working with. I think I've started to get a little bit better at it though, just because like I've started actually sketching in my sketchbook. So last night before going to bed, I just sketched like random stuff that was in the room and tried to draw it as I seen it. And like, no, it's not perfect, but I feel like it's growth from where it would have been like last year, you know? And that's truly all I can ever hope for. So I'm pretty happy with that growth. Small things mean a lot, especially when it comes to something that you're passionate about. I'm trying to start celebrating the small things. Like, I found out I got that job, and like I did a tiny celebration, but part of me was still like, I'm gonna wait until I hear from my leadership 1000% that's the job I'm getting. Because like things change so much where I work. It's not a good idea to get your hopes up working there. But even after I found out, like for sure, like today I got a text from the guy that interviewed me being like, hey, what group are you a part of? When would you be able to move over? All that type of stuff. And I still kind of didn't believe it, even though he was like, we're trying to like get you over here. I still kind of didn't believe it because, like, honestly, like realistically, your life is kind of, when it comes to work, your life is controlled by whoever your boss is. And for whatever reason, I was still hoping, or not hoping, Jesus, I was still thinking maybe he would change his mind, but I guess he didn't. So, yeah, I don't know where that rant was even going. So, okay, first of all, let's just do a circle first. And then we're going to do, okay, this is too wide. Okay, that's better. And then there's a bigger circle, or a smaller circle here. And then there's a circle here. And then a Y that goes down. And then a circle here. And this is about the same length. Okay. Cool. Well, I think that's it. I think it's time to start, like, mixing colors. Because I want to just do a really rough, basic sketch and then figure it out from there. I feel like I haven't been this happy in a while. I just feel very fulfilled and very proud of myself. And I don't know the last time that I've, like, really felt that way. But for a long time, I wasn't doing things for myself nearly as much as I should have. So, but now I am. These are my two palettes. I'm gonna go wash both of them off because I'm thinking I may end up using both. So I'll see you in a second. Hello, my loves. It is now 1:17 on the 14th of February, which is a Friday. I did not do my morning pages yesterday or the day before, but I did do art on both of those days. I only have 3 pages left in this sketchbook, so I did this page yesterday, which I love very much. So this side has my Faber-Castell pencils, and I know that the Faber-Castells are going to bleed onto the next page. So I closed the page, rubbed it in, so that the imprint would show on this side, and then did a pen. And I think it's a really cool concept, and I love it very much. And then I also did this page, which you can't really see. I'm going to have to input like a picture showing it up close, but it's just a sketch of my living room downstairs. I'm not quite sure how the pen is transferring onto the other page. It's a little confusing. I didn't know that was a thing, like at all, but it's fine realistically in the grand scheme. But I think what I'm going to do with this page is I'm going to go in with a pen and then try to use the different sizes that come with the micron pens to show shadows and light, because I really don't think I want to paint this. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really fucking good. Today's the 3rd day that I guess I haven't done morning pages, because I didn't do it today, but I did finish this painting of a cat. So like, maybe I'm not doing written morning pages, but I am painting. So technically, I'm still doing a page. It's just a different way of expressing myself, because I think Living the Artist Way was meant for writers, and I'm not a writer, like, at all. I don't really enjoy doing it very much, but I do enjoy painting and drawing, and I've done that. So I think what I may do is kind of change my perspective on it and switch to doing a painting drawing page a day instead, because I'm pretty sure Lee Ellickson has talked about her doing her morning pages before, and I think big emphasis on I think she was talking about she's doing art every day for her morning pages, not writing every day. I don't know. Realistically, this ideally is a practice that you can make however you want it to be, you know, like everybody's not the exact same, so what works for me isn't gonna work for you or someone else, but if it works for me, I should do it. So I made tea this morning and completely forgot about it. One is mint and one's green tea, and then I have a lot of honey at the bottom that I know I'm gonna need to like mix around. So let's see. I ran out of matcha today, which is really sad because I thought I had a whole nother canister left over. Nope. And the matcha that I like to buy, they no longer sell on Amazon. And I said I was going to stop buying off of Amazon anyway, so I guess that was kind of like a, hey, fucking get your head out your ass type of situation. But at the same time, like, that's the only type of matcha I like. So, it's slightly devastating. But it's okay. Let's see. If you haven't tried mint tea and green tea together, phenomenal combination. But I know in the previous somewhere, I don't remember what day it was, I had done my like initial art class, which was literally just an introduction. But I haven't started any of the actual functional art portions, like where she teaches you about color theory. But I'm gonna start that today. And even though I hadn't taken the classes, I've only been using the primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And that's the only thing that I use to make my little cat. Which is probably also why there isn't a massive array of colors. Just because like I could not figure out how to get them to be really the colors that I wanted. Because I wanted this green to be more of a sage. And the cat to be more of a cream color with accents of brown. Not brown with accents of cream, but like honestly it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna start the class soon and see what she teaches us. But I think I need to start out by getting all the materials together. I think I'm gonna use this sketchbook, which is the new one. This is actually the first page of the sketchbook. I think I'm gonna use this one for my classes, and then if there's anything that calls for a larger size, then I use this sketchbook. Yeah, actually, I lied. I'm gonna finish this one out because I only have 3 pages left on this one. I'll use this one for my class until I run out of space. But I've already lost some of the pearls on here, which is kind of sad. But I have so many pearls and so much super glue that it doesn't matter. I can just put new stuff on. But like I said, I think I'm just gonna use this instead just to finish it out because this has been a long time coming. I'm pretty sure I started this sketchbook in like 2022 and it's now 2025. And most of the stuff that's in here is from 2024. So, I'm excited to finish her off. This is, I think, the first sketchbook that I'm, like, extremely proud of. But this is also only the second sketchbook that I've ever, like, come close to finishing. So, I'm going to tape the pages off just because edges make me uncomfortable. I don't know why. I don't like them. But if I have tape on here, then it doesn't do the same thing. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either, but that's how I function. So I'm going to tape the edges off and then start the class. So I'll see you then. Bye.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. This is something that now it's really like easy for me. I am going to make this. I have made this many times, so it's going to be really easy for me, but I encourage you to get the practice on that. Let's do that again. Imagine we want to make an orangey, brownish, whatever, because with this not super fire red is all that we get. Again, the 2 colors, and now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can still see some of the pigments not mixed, not well blended. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we keep doing this until we have a really nice homogeneous, is that how it's pronounced? Mixture. You can see that, a perfect color. Let's do that again. We grab, now let's do that with the other 2 colors. We grab blue, we grab, you can see that with the knife. Put together. So we add colors, it gets darker, but it's fine. You can see it's a beautiful purplish color. So these are my 2 tertiary colors.
Good morning. It's 10:23 on the 16th, and I have officially finished week 1 of the Artist's Way, or Living the Artist's Way. So initially I was writing notes, trying to come up with like a script so that this would be streamlined, but like that's not me. So we're gonna go through this as I figure it out for myself. So I started back going through at the beginning of week 1, and I found one fatal flaw that I realized. Because she talked about guidance so much in this entire like first week, I thought the purpose was writing for guidance. However, you're supposed to write morning pages, or not supposed to, you can. You write 3 longhand pages about anything you want. And if that sparks a question for you to ask for guidance, that's when you do it. I thought the whole thing was you're asking a question and then writing that for 3 pages. And I found that was extremely difficult. And I could not write 3 full pages on that stuff. So this actually makes a lot more sense. So in theory, I kind of did not accomplish the entire week 1. But also I wrote, and I think this is the reason why it was so difficult for me. Instead of writing 3 pages about whatever I wanted, I asked a question, asked for guidance, and then that gave me maybe like 2 paragraphs worth of information, and that was kind of it. And I did that for 3 pages, and I think that's why it was so easy for me to give up on it, because that was not even the purpose in the first place. So I'll retry this next week. However, I didn't do written pages every day, but I did do art every day, which is nice. During this process, I started doing an art class, and I made my very first color wheel. It's not perfect, but I did it, and I have notes on it, and I'm pretty excited to like have actually started it. And funny enough, the last page will be dedicated to that art class. And I've had this sketchbook, I think, since 2022 is when I started it. And I'm happy to be done with it and move on to my next one, which I've already done my first painting in, which you saw in this video. But anyway, so 3 long-handed pages about anything, and then if that brings a question up, then you ask for guidance on that. One of the things that I will say that kind of threw me off with this book, I didn't really watch any videos before, like, on it, or read a summary about it or anything like that. I just knew it was a book that a lot of the artists that I love have used and like rave about. I didn't know it was about spirituality at all, or like connecting to a higher being or anything like that, which I'm not opposed to. Like, I'm a spiritual person, not nearly as much as I used to be, but I still would consider myself spiritual. But it was kind of like a, oh damn, because I didn't know that's what it would be. And then I have, where's this book at? I have this book. I read it in a day in a situation where I was doing like a work trip. I was there for an entire month, and 2 weeks out of the month I didn't have my phone. And one of those days that I didn't have my phone, I had left a vital piece of equipment, so I could not participate in what was going on that day, which led me to not have a phone and be sitting in an area with really nobody to talk to. But one of the people that I was there with had this book with them, and I read this book, I swear to God, in one day. And that was with me and another person trading off with the book. So I read it, then, because I think he started reading it first, and I asked to read it when he took a nap or whatever. So as he was sleeping, I took it, then gave it back to him. He finished reading it, then I finished reading it. I love this book. This book is what inspired me to actually like genuinely get serious about art and want to pursue it as a career path. And it has kind of like a spiritual underlining of if you continue to follow the path that you know is meant for you, you'll have like trials and tribulations, and it won't be easy, but it will work out for you in the end. And that's like literally the entire premise of this book. So for it to kind of like just slightly be mirrored over into this one was very interesting, because I just got this book, I want to say like 4 weeks ago. It was the first time I've ever bought it for myself, and it's kind of just been like in my bag in the same way that this book has just been in my bag waiting for me to read. So kind of like a synchronicity moment. I thought it was pretty cool, so I figured I'd talk about it. But like I said, I did not know this book was going to be based around like connecting to your higher self or a higher power, whatever you believe in. But honestly, it started out pretty slow for me. I was struggling to read this book for quite a while, just because she really hammers in her like points. So, like I said, this entire first, I think, 46 pages is about guidance. Throughout that entire 46 pages, she's talking about situations where her friends have asked for guidance for her, or prayed for her, or she's asked for guidance for herself. She just uses a whole bunch of examples of people doing it. And I get bored easily reading. I'm someone that likes to move around, and this was a lot. But some of the main points that I got from it are like things that I underlined and highlighted because it meant a lot to me. Was focusing, so this is reading straight from it, focus on what I had accomplished rather than what I had failed to accomplish. I found myself holding depression at bay. And then just like focusing on things that you can control. And one of the quotes that she has on the side is by Matshona Dalawayo, Matshona, and then her last name is Dliwayo. Count the roses, not the thorns. And that really stuck out to me because that's like when you are somebody that's an observer and somebody that's kind of like a student of life, you look at everything, in my opinion, you look at everything in a different lens because you're looking at it from like, this is gorgeous, or like you could see the way that a piece of fabric is draped and be like, I love that, that's beautiful, I want to take a picture of that, I want to paint that. You know what I'm saying? When most people just look at it and be like, yeah, it's a sheet. Like, I don't know what you're so hyper focused on. So in the same way that when you go look at flowers in a garden, you're not looking at the bees that could sting you or the ants that could bite you. You're looking at the beauty of what's going on. And I think that's a beautiful way to look at life. So I really appreciated that quote. That was pretty fire. And then throughout my day, I discovered many small choice points where I can consciously choose to be positive. Electing to notice and act on these points, I increasingly feel that I happen to my day instead of my day happening to me. I thought that was fire because I'm somebody that is still consciously trying to be a lot more positive. I used to be a very negative, pessimistic person. And I'm moving more into the optimistic, positive side of life. So this was like a good little reminder of like, hey dude, you don't have to be negative. Like, it's not that serious. And then the only other things that I think I highlighted was just like the things at the end where she's talking about writing for guidance. And I think that's pretty much it from the first week that like really stood out to me. I appreciate this book. I'm definitely going to continue on with it. I'm going to do my morning pages properly now, the way that I'm supposed to, not what I was doing. But I think I got a lot accomplished this week. I'm really happy with this book and everything that it's kind of brought to me. Though it was kind of a hard read, it's a great fucking book. I definitely recommend you get it. Like I said, I'm still in week 1. There's 6 weeks, so we'll see how it goes. I may hate it by the end, or I may love it by the end. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.